What was this?
Series of small businesses. There was a hardware store, Altadena Hardware, Merit Cleaners, Allstate. There maybe was another business nested in here, but this was sort of the embodiment of small business Altadena.
Does it still not seem real that so many of these iconic places are gone?
It does until you're standing in front of them. But on days when you visually can take in and are reminded of just what kind of devastation ripped through the community on January 7th, it is a reminder that this isn't going to leave the memory anytime soon. My name is Chris Holden, lifelong resident of this area, Pasadena, Altadena. I served on the City Council for 24 years, 12 years in the legislature as an assembly member. This is where I call home, and this is my story.
What did this fire do to this community?
Well, if you could rip the heart out of the human body and it still be alive, that's how it feels. That which gave it life in one evening was decimated.
What you're looking at here is the Elliott Arts Magnet School in downtown Altadena. It's right off Lake Avenue.
When you serve the community as long as I have, and you want to try to address their issues and you feel their pain at different stages along the way, there's nothing that can describe that emotional impact that has to a person when they see people that they know and love and had long-term relationships with devastated. There's a sort of a look in their eyes that they've seen something that will scar them forever. And I took all that in. And I didn't really even realize it until recently when I was describing to someone else that night. And I felt the emotion come up and the tears come out.
Absolutely. Is there anger?
I wish I could say that there's no anger, because I'm not a person that likes to get close to that emotion. But when I see what this fire has done to this community, and Edison had the responsibility to be a prudent manager, clear up the brush around the base of the tower so that there's nothing, even if there's a spark, it lands on a royal stone, concrete. They didn't do that. Shutting off the power. When the wind was going to be at hurricane forces, they knew 3 days in advance like the rest of us. That makes me angry because they know the responsibility that they have to manage a utility that's dangerous, and they didn't do that. Well, if it were not for being connected to helping to rebuild this community through the efforts of LA Fire Justice and perfected claims, I would be angry all the time. But this is channeling that to say we can work with the community, we can help them get what they're entitled to from this utility that took so much away from them. That's a good fight to be a part of. And because our values align with community, it's not just a law firm trying to fight a mass tort action. It's a group of people, lawyers included, that want to make sure that there's justice for the people who were impacted when they should never have to have been in this situation.